Hi, Sharon Graves, paintingwithacrylics101.com. You're here in my studio, and today we are going to look at a few different kinds of paints that I have ordered that I have never really used. So we're going to have a product review. Now, I have, this is just a wood board with some gray gesso on it. I'm just going to use a 3/4 inch Royal synthetic flat because I'm just going to put some things on here that will show you what the paint does or what the differences could be. Okay, so I have already dipped my brush in water and I have patted it off on the paper towel. So now I have two kinds of titanium white here. One is a student grade, the Master's Touch, and then this is Charvin, and it is titanium white also. Now I can tell you already why I don't like this. It's because of this lid. I have some fairly arthritic hands. I have to have a pliers to open it up. Now I might really like the paint, but that is always going to be an issue for me. I have to have a pliers sitting there so I can open it up. Something with a bigger, fatter lid like this, I'm good to go. But let's see what the paint does. Let's see how we like that. Okay, so on the palette, just by looking at it here, the student grade Master's Touch is much thinner. It's not thin, okay, but okay, there's that. Okay, now I need to clean off my brush. So you're going to hear some water swishing around several times today. Okay, now I'm going to pick up the white paint, which is a big pile here. It didn't spread out at all. Okay, now my studio is cold, so that could have something to do with it, but let's see what happens here. Okay, so there we go. Okay, now there you are looking at it. I'm not sure if you can tell the difference, but maybe in a few minutes you will. But what I see here is this is much thinner and this is coming through. Now on titanium white, normally you can add that to a transparent paint and it won't lighten it up very much, but it will make it opaque. Okay, so this is somewhat problematic on this side because it's thinner. Now that could be a good thing on some days. Okay, now let's look at Cad Orange Light. I have some on my palette that I scooped off. The last, I had some Liquitex Cad Light, and then I ordered again some of this Charvin, and it is Cad Orange. And again, you see my problem. I've already opened it once today, so I can still open it. Now I'm going to look at the what I had first. Okay. So here we are. I'm adding that. Okay. Got that on there. Now let's look at the Charvin and see what it does. This is really the only way you can tell if you like a paint or not, is to give it a try. And that involves some money, but that's the only way you're going to find. Sometimes if you find a particular color or brand that you like, most everything in that brand will follow along as far as consistency and thickness, opaqueness, transparency. So you just need to find one part, I think, that you like, and then you might like everything else in that. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm looking, and what I see here is the one on this side right here. Is you can see the strokes a little more in there, and on the one over here, not quite so much. So we'll see how that looks in a few minutes. Now this next one, I'm sorry to say, I used up all the lime green that I had of my other color. my other brand. So but I wanted to try this golden lime green, and it's again got the smaller lid. I opened it once already today to make it a little easier, but again, it's got that smaller lid, not as small as the Charvin. Okay, you can see that this one is a little bigger, and so you can kind of get a hold of it and turn it a little better. This one here is the smallest of anything that I have, but if I liked the paint well enough, I'd forego that. I wouldn't worry about it. That wouldn't be my final selling point unless I just could not get it open. Okay, this is the Golden Artist Colors, and it's lime green. So now I'm going to, ooh, good solid color there. I like the way it moved with the brush. Let's just take a little peek here. Let's just do a few. I'm going to add some of the titanium white to that Charvin green, to the lime green. Okay. I like to play around and see what the brush is going to do. I paint a lot of florals, so I'm going to be painting a lot of leaves. Let's take some of this orange and mix it with a little bit of that lime green. Should get some kind of an olive color. Let's see if we can't. There we go. I like to be able to see how does that paint move. Okay, so there we have it today. We've done a little product review. I really like the golden. So that might be my new paint from now on, but it's up to you to give it a try. So Sharon Graves, Painting with Acrylics 101.com. Stop back and see us.